know when we're ready.
Welcome to his where legends will be written every night. He is
Hello everybody and welcome to our stream. How's everybody doing today? My name is Marley and today is the day we've literally all been waiting for. It is opening night for your Orlando Magic team. Who's excited? Let me know in the chat. Put some basketball emojis. I want to see all of the hype. So, there's a lot going on at the Kia Center tonight, and we are here to prepare you for this game day. As you can see, we have a lot of people coming in right now because it's FanFest, and so yeah, basically, we're just gonna have a fun day. FanFest right now is where there's live music. We have a DJ going on over there. Everybody's just vibing and getting hyped for the game. So yeah, let me know where you guys are tuning in from in the chat. Let's see. Let's soak up all these FanFest activities. Look at everybody coming in right now. I love to see it. Yes, everybody's excited for tonight. I literally cannot wait, chat. Amazing. I think we might even play some games with some fans this FanFest, and yeah. Guys, what do we think the score is going to be tonight? Let's take a little stroll. Come on, Chad, come on. So, as you can see, we have some reporters here because it's a big night for the boys. Obviously, tonight we are going against the Heat, and obviously, we're going to get that dub. We won all of our preseason games, which is amazing. So I know the energy tonight is just going to be amazing, and I can't wait. But yeah, there's so many games out here. We're getting close to the DJ, which is my favorite. Over there is some big basketball games. Love that. Let's go over there, guys. Let's check it out. I love all these activities. So fun. Everybody is getting hyped for the game.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Guys, should we see if I could make a shot? Should I try, chat? Okay. Let's see. I might have to put my mic up for this, chat, but let's see if I can do it. We got to let the kids have their chance because we all know that I'm gonna make it, right? Right, chat? I'm gonna make it. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try to go sneak in there. Wait, chat. Bear with me. Chat, if you think I'm gonna make this shot, let me know in the comments. Be nice to me too, okay, guys? Guys, they're really just killing it. So maybe we'll come back to this because they don't miss. So I think we should just keep on venturing on. And if you guys want to see me try to attempt, let me know in those comments. I don't know, chat. I don't know. I think after this one, I'm going to try to sneak in. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can play a game with one of these basketball kids after. Because they're in it for sure. Guys, I want to try this so bad. Should I? Hi, I'm live right now with the Orlando Magic Twitch stream. I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Who is your favorite Orlando Magic player?
I think I'm going to have to go with Paulo.
Okay.
And I just love to watch him play.
Yeah, are you really excited for the game tonight?
Yep, super excited.
You think we're going to win?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you. See, even he knows. We are on top. He said it the best. I'm still waiting my turn, but I think we're going to come back to this, guys, because I would dominate and just totally make all the shots. So I can't flex that much, you know? Let's head over here. But meanwhile, where are my day ones at? Has anybody in this stream been to FanFest before? What did you think about it? And yeah, just tell me how that experience was for you guys. Over here, we have the DJ and some music. It's just a vibe, but as you can see, we are at the Kia Center. There's been so many upgrades, and it's just amazing. I think we're gonna make our way to the team shop now. So let's head on over there, guys. Chat, let me know who we think is gonna have a breakthrough. Nah. Chat, don't even look at that. Who do we think is gonna have a breakthrough season, guys? Let me know. I think a player that really is gonna shine this year is Tristan. I'm sensing some good vibes from him. Just good vibes from everybody. Over here is the team shop, and that is where we are heading right now, chat. Yes. This is a dangerous place for me because every time I go in here, I end up spending way too much than I'd like, unfortunately. But, well, not unfortunately. Hey, look at me, guys. I got my magic gear on. I'm all dripped out for the opening night, and it's a vibe. It is a vibe. If you guys have been to the team shop before and you've gotten something, let me know what you got. I really want a jersey. I feel like I need a jersey. Let's head this way, maybe? Maybe, chat, let's see where we should go. Let's see if we can get in. Yeah, no, we cannot get in, chat.
Okay.
Let's figure this out, guys.
Yeah, we can.
Chat, I have a question for you. I am a big Would You Rather fan, and that is my favorite game. I was going to play this with some kids, but I thought, as we're waiting right now and having a little bit of technical difficulties, I'll play with you guys. So, would you rather meet your favorite player or get your favorite jersey signed by that player, but you have no proof? Let me know, guys. All right, we made it into the team shop, my favorite place. And I gave a little tour last time, but I can always do that again. We're gonna walk over here. I'm all dripped out in my apparel today, and you can actually find my entire fit here. I got the Lululemon shorts on, and then of course the shirt. So let's head out, guys. We are gonna go to the court. And oh my goodness, I love the court. I know the energy today is just going to be amazing at the court. I mean, it always is. Always, but it's going to be great. So let's head on over there. Let's see.
The meeting started at 9.
Chad, do you have like a game day tradition? Like on a big game day like today, opening night? Okay. Do you have like anything you do, get some snacks and just prepare for the game, or do you just wing it and just watch? I would love to know. But yeah, like I said, we are heading to the court right now, and I'm so excited. I think Anthony Black might be out there, chat, so let's go see what we can see. Yep. They're shooting around, they're warming up, they are getting ready to win tonight. So let's go see who's out there and see what we can see. Oh, insane. All right, guys, we're on the court, and wow, look at the new screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Found their way back. Yeah. Maybe there is we're gonna read the opening night highlight read that you made out.
look at all the players getting ready. So insane. I'm so excited for opening night, guys. Opening night is really big and it has a lot of highlights. For example, there's the t-shirt giveaway, which you can see all the shirts all over the chairs right now. Every fan in attendance gets a commemorative Magic t-shirt courtesy of Advent Health. There's also unique player introductions, which is honestly my favorite because they get like a little introduction sequence to tip off the season in style. The national anthem, of course, is performed by a Grammy Award singer tonight. That is Gabriel Pressier. And then, of course, we have the halftime entertainment. That is a performance by Perch. We were just at FanFest, which you know about. That begins around 5 o'clock with live music, inflatables, a caricature artist, and so much more. My favorite thing is the Paint the City Blue. But guys, let's go look at what's going on over here. So the boys are just warming up. We have Anthony Black right there. Awesome. Literally cannot wait for tonight. Chat, let me know who's so excited for tonight. We also have Goga out here warming up. And Tristan. I see Tristan. Who else do you guys see, guys? I think I see Jet. So cool. But yeah, the city tonight will be illuminated in that magic blue for the opening night. And everybody here is just so excited. Chat, I'm looking in the chat right now. What's everybody feeling about tonight? Are we excited? Yes. So excited, guys. Perfect shot from Goga. You guys see Jet? Let's go Orlando in the chat. I love to see it. Let's keep that going, guys. Guys, if you could spend the day with one Magic player, who would it be? If you guys are coming tonight, put those basketball emojis in the chat. Where's Paulo? I don't know, guys. He might be coming out soon. Mo, you would spend the day with Mo? That's a really good pick. Jace. Yeah, I'm excited to see Jace play this year. From the videos and everything I've seen online, his energy is just really fun. And so I feel like that vibe would be just really fun to spend the day with him. This is your favorite team. Yes. Yes, we got someone spamming the chat saying my favorite team. I love to see it. Shots are looking clean. Yes, they are. Orlando Magic. Okay, we got people in the chat doing the chant. Guys, what do we think the score is going to be tonight? Alrighty, guys, so it is about that time, and we are going to go hear from Coach Mosley and see what he thinks is going to be the key to the Magic obviously winning tonight. Yeah.
Okay. Duke.
Coach, with an opening night and the excitement that surrounds it and the emotion, how do you get a team to collectively harness that energy without playing it outside itself?
Yeah, I'll keep going back to it. I think you just focus on the process, the work that we've put in up until this point. You know, obviously it's unique that we're playing them and we've played them twice in the preseason. So just focusing on the things that we need to control within this game that we can improve upon from the last time we've played them, but just using the energy of the building because it is going to be, you know, a lot of Magic vibes in this building. So I think our guys need to harness that and enjoy it. But then obviously keep focused on the process of what we've done up until this point.
We saw different starting lineups throughout the preseason without Jalen. Just is Jalen going to start tonight? And if so, who will he start again with?
I love the way you phrased that. You tried to get around now, and that was pretty good. I'll let you know, though.
How tough is it to tell a player like Jalen, hey, you know, we're going to ease you in, we're going to ease you back because you want to think long term? Does he understand the importance of that?
Absolutely. To your point, you know, the long-term vision of what he's able to do and what we need him to do throughout the year. I think that's going to be very important, and he understands that. We've had many conversations going into it, and he gets it. You know, it's part of his process, part of his journey, the things that he's done, you know, to get back. And he's been in this situation somewhat before, so he understands a big portion of it.
So if Jalen does not start, then who start? Sorry.
Well, you tried. It's
I'm
okay. I'll let you guys know.
Coaches always say that the outside noise, whether it's good or bad, can't matter. Like it's not supposed to matter. You can't let it into the room. You know what the expectations are. You know that a lot of people who probably don't know very much are saying a lot of really nice things about your team. How do you manage the fact that there is a burden of expectation on these guys for the first time in a lot of ways?
It goes back to exactly what Dan just said, speaking about the excitement in the room when we get out there tonight. You focus on what you know you've done. You focus on the process and getting better every single day. Yes, there are a lot of people saying a lot of things. We haven't played our first game yet, you know, so we've got to continue to analyze what we're doing right, what we can improve upon. And we've also had that whole locker room be in the same situation where you run off 9 straight and you're amazing, and then you drop 2 and they're wondering what happened. And so to not go up and down and back and forth with what's going to happen and just focus on our process is going to be a big key for this group of young men.
Well, kind of going off that, given the success of the preseason, the offseason acquisitions, is this the most excited you've been for an opening night starting season?
You know, a friend of mine sent me a text message today, and it's like, I don't know if it's as much excitement as it is just gratitude. And I think, you know, sometimes you get in this position and you get into the dog days of the season and you forget how grateful we are to do this job, how blessed we are to do it, to be able to coach some of the best players in the world. And it's more gratitude for that, you know, to start off the year fully healthy. And just to be around this group of young men and coaches, and just to be able to get to do this, for the 5th time.
Coach, unfair to sort of judge your offense from last year with the 3 significant injuries that you had, but the number was what it was last year. Not to read too much into the preseason, but you guys were the number 2 scoring team in the league in the preseason. What pleased you most, or what did you see in terms of improvement in your offense through your preseason?
I think there's small pieces that we've looked at without giving away all the things that we do to try to get our offense going. I thought the way in which we pushed the ball was a high priority, make or miss. I thought our guys, attacking the glass was a big priority. But more than anything, I think the way we shared the ball, I think the last game we might have had 33 assists, just our ability to move, make quick decisions, and not have to hold or hesitate with what we're doing. And that comes with the trust factor that these guys know that the open man gets the ball, we're making the right play.
Coach, how important is the first quarter tonight just to get out to a good start and get the crowd into it?
I think how we start the game is going to be very key for us. The first and thirds just is how we can come out, set the tone early, and that gets our guys a great amount of energy and trust in the work that we've put in.
Coach, coming into this to this season with spacing the floor, adding key guy in Desmond Bain over the summer, is there a target, like 3-point attempt number that you would like to see your team hit throughout this season when you look back on it?
No. I think it's the open man gets the shot, and we're not hunting them, but I think the more we can touch that paint and spray out and find guys for easy shots is what it can be our superpower, and I think that's what we're going to look towards.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. Wanted to ask you you talked about sending guys to the glass, and it seems to be a huge strength of your team. A lot of other teams seem to be pushing that emphasis even in the preseason. Have you noticed that, a change maybe in people attacking the glass more, and is that a conscious effort on your side to send 3 guys, 4 guys on most possessions?
Yeah, we want to give ourselves an extra opportunity, and it is something that is happening throughout the league, and we talked to the guys about it a lot yesterday, not just the crashing, but how every team is trying to play. And it's easy to say it right away in training camp. You go through it, you're watching videos, everybody's saying we want to play faster, we want to defend, we want to be physical, we want to crash the glass. Everyone's saying it. It becomes the details that matter in it, and then it becomes the ability to make sure you're coaching it throughout the entire year.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
That was pretty cool, and I'm feeling very good about tonight's game, as is a lot of people in the chat. I feel like we have some good energy going on. People said, where is Goga? I think it was just out shooting. I just watched him dunk like a million times. Oh, there he is, guys. There he is. When I asked the chat about what we thought the score was going to be tonight, I am very excited to see all of everybody basically in the chat thinks Magic is going to win tonight. So I love this energy from the chat. Let's keep it up, guys. Championship this year, yes. Yes. Does everybody get shirts? Yeah. So tonight for the opening game, everybody gets a shirt thanks to Advent Health. And honestly, it is so cute. Like, I can't wait to go home and just wear this after we win tonight. I love it. Guys, if you were a Magic player, what would be like your go-to hype song before you went out to play? Let me know, let me know. I like this song playing right now. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I'm vibing. Yes, you guys love the shirts and love the way they look. I love it. I'm loving the new logo too. I think it is super, super fresh. Forever Drake. Okay. Love that. Florida on top, Orlando on top. Yes, guys. This is your favorite team. I love to hear that. Oh, someone asked me who I think the most underrated player is. I don't know. I don't think anybody's underrated, but yeah, I don't even know. I think maybe Jace, just because we haven't even gotten to see him play that much because he's new to the team, and I'm really excited to see how he plays. Yes. We got a lot of people in the chat who love Orlando. Do you guys see that new center video board? It is honestly insane. The quality is amazing. And I love how, like, even underneath for the courtside seats, you can get to see and experience underneath it. So there's no way you're missing anything in here. The upgrades are great. Who's been to a game or a preseason game of ours and have seen like all the upgrades so far? Orlando's winning it all this year. Yes, guys. Yes, I agree. And also, guys, make sure you're following us on all of our platforms, on Twitch, on TikTok. It's really easy. Just make sure to hit that follow button. And if you did, and when you follow, comment some basketball emojis. Let's see it in the chat, guys. Let's see it. Yes, look at you guys following. I love to see it. I love to see it. Make sure you don't miss out on anything.
Okay.
Someone asked me what my pre-game song would be. I honestly don't know. I would need something so hype, maybe something from Future. That's what I'm feeling, guys. Chat, let me know like what your favorite moment in Magic history was. Are you a longtime fan, a new fan? Like, let me know. Is Anthony Black going to be here? Yeah.
They ask for your attention. From this moment on, watch be switched on and put the flashlight mode. They ask for your attention. From this moment on, watch be switched on and put the flashlight mode.
All right, guys. It has been a pleasure talking to you, but we are going to transition over to Jake now. So make sure you follow us on everything, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and let's go Magic.
What up, Magic fans? Jake Chapman here. I hope everybody can hear and see me. It's opening night, and the Miami Heat are in the house, and season 37 of Orlando Magic Basketball is on the way. Just a reminder, you can listen to us via the magic of radio anywhere in the state of Florida, virtually, with the exception of Miami Heat area. On our affiliate network, you can check your local listings and make sure you stream us as well on the Orlando Magic app within 45 miles, or 75 miles, of Central Florida. You can hear us on the iHeartRadio app as well. And then if you're outside of that 75-mile boundary, make sure you check out NBA League Audio Pass. It's cheap. It's like $10. You can stream us all season long wherever you may be. You can also check out Sirius XM, your local listings there as well. And you can listen to us anywhere in the world. And you're going to want to tune in this season as we get ready for the Miami Heat, as we get ready for opening night. We got new jerseys. We got a new logo. We have virtually a new team, a new starting lineup to be sure. And we are so excited to get going. Let me check out the stream here. I've got a whole new sort of technical setup up here. So I just want to make sure I am checking out the chat. Okay, good to see you, Jake. What it do, Jake? So we're good. We're rolling. We're off and rolling. We've got Jay Curve in the building. We've got Duval, my homeboy. We got ISO. We've got, is that the official Orlando Magic saying what up? Everybody in the chat here on YouTube, and we're getting set to go. I cannot wait for this season. I can't wait for tonight. In case anybody's wondering, I'm in a really good place from a technical standpoint up here on the radio deck, so we're all set to go. And look, as if you needed any more good news, it's opening night. We've got a squad that has some real expectations. Vegas is picking us to win 51 games this year. In case you needed an extra emotional boost, we found out yesterday that Jalen Suggs feeling pretty good. Kind of tempered expectations when we heard yesterday. But Jalen said he had been practicing. He'd been doing 5-on-5, or at least Coach Mosley said that. And then we find out today, Jalen Suggs, good to go in the rotation for tonight. Don't know if he'll be in the starting lineup just yet. We'll find that out probably about an hour from now. Coach Mosley keeping that one close to the vest. If it weren't Eric Spoelstra across the way, maybe it'd be a little bit different. But the Miami Heat and Eric Spoelstra are renowned for not giving any information at this point of kind of the pregame festivities, the injury report, all that stuff, very close to the vest when you're dealing with the Miami Heat. So we'll do the same. That's fine. We'll find out about Jalen's availability and just whether or not he's in the starting lineup coming up a little bit closer to game time. But we know he's going to be out there tonight with the guys. He will be on the floor. He is playing, and that's good news no matter what. Not just because Jalen Suggs is one of the most important pieces of the Magic defense. I just feel like it wouldn't feel right if we had opening night with all of the excitement. Every single seat in the arena has a white T-shirt on it. It's a whiteout. And Jalen he's kind of the spirit animal, I would say, of this group. He vibes off of the Kia Center crowd more than anybody. So having him down there, it just feels right. And having the Miami Heat in feels right as well. I don't know if you remember, but a year ago, we went to Miami and spoiled their opening night. That was kind of a harbinger of things to come. I think Jimmy Butler didn't play great in that game, and Jimmy Butler wasn't a member of the Miami Heat within about 4 months. So Miami's got some questions. We're going to get into that just a little bit. But as for right now, the focus is on the Orlando Magic. It's on Magic fans, and it's on Magic fam. And if you're locked in, you are a member of the Magic family. Again, you can tune in wherever you may be on the radio broadcast, or the audio broadcast, I should say. Easiest way, have the Orlando Magic app if you're within 75 miles of downtown Orlando, or check out the NBA League Audio Pass. Check us out on Sirius as well. Big move over the summer, obviously, the addition of Desmond Bane. He comes in, slides immediately into the starting lineup. Will he be next to Jalen? Will he be next to Tyus Jones? Not sure. But what I do know is that just the peak I got to get of practices in training camp with Desmond Bane in the house, he's going to make a huge difference. He was like the perfect addition for this team. We talk so much about three-point shooting and that needing to upgrade. Desmond Bane immediately gives you an upgrade at the two-guard spot. Career 41% three-point shooter. That's going to pay dividends immediately. With that said, there's also some incredible stuff just as far as him being a complete player, an offensive playmaker. He's going to give you some secondary playmaking. He's going to be able to work with the second unit and take some of the load off of Tyus Jones, certainly some of the load off of Anthony Black as well. You can just put the ball in Desmond Bane's hands, and he can run point for you. And then within the starting lineup, he's going to ease a lot of the pressure that you see on Franz Wagner and on Paolo Banchero. Those guys are jumbo wings. Those guys are going to have the ball in their hands no matter what. They're going to be initiators for you. But at times, it's easy for defenses to load up on those guys. So the first thing you need to do is space the floor, knock down threes, and sort of ease the pressure a little bit on Franz and Paulo. Desmond's going to be able to help with that, just spotting up and shooting. But then also, when plays break down and when you get that kick out to the weak side, it's nice to have a guy who can pump fake, put the ball on the deck, and get to the rack, and Desmond Bane certainly is capable of that. So I think a lot of people excited about the addition of Desmond Bane. I think a lot of people excited as well about what we saw in the preseason, but some of the other additions. Tyus Jones certainly is going to settle down that second unit. Great to have a pure point guard on roster, a guy who can get you organized. And Tyus Jones, also a career, 37%, I think, three-point shooter. He's going to come in, 37.8. And last year he shot 41% in Phoenix from three. So those two guys are going to help immediately just shooting the basketball. But as far as secondary playmaking, easing some of the burden on Franz and Paulo, those two guys are going to help immediately as well. With Tyus, you're talking about getting up and down, and Coach Mosley has been talking about pace all preseason. I think you put the ball in Tyus Jones' hands, you feel comfortable with him running the break. With Desmond Bane, you really got to think about the fit as far as the defensive identity of this team goes. Desmond Bane is a dogged defender, showed that in his 5 seasons in Memphis, and I think he's going to fit in perfectly here in Central Florida and with this young core. Make sure you hit me up in the chat. It's Jake Chapman here with you. I'm up on the radio deck. I'm getting us set to go. Lock in tonight, 96.9 The Game, our flagship station here in Central Florida. And, again, stream us wherever you want to with the NBA League Audio Pass or with Sirius XM. I have some keys to the game that I put together for the lovely people at home, and I will bring you those right now. First one that Coach Mosley talked about a lot this morning at shoot-around. And then when I talked to him for the pregame show, it was the first thing he mentioned. With Miami, you always got to talk about physicality. We saw it in the preseason even. Anytime Bam Adebayo is across the way from you, Khalil Ware, who is a very interesting young big man with a whole lot of upside, to be sure, and a really good defensive presence. And then, of course, you got guys like Andrew Wiggins, guys like Davion Mitchell, who's a defensive specialist. It's still the Miami Heat. Yeah, they went out and got Norman Powell. Yes, I think they're trying to shed that identity a little bit. They want to be a more push pace and offensive firepower type of team, but it's still Eric Spoelstra. It's still the Miami Heat, and physicality is still going to carry the day. So who can be the most physical tonight without going overboard? I think that's your first key. You need to match the Miami Heat's physicality, and they need to match ours, to be sure, but you can't let them shoot over 30 free throws like you did twice in the preseason. Again, that's the preseason. In the preseason, you get turnovers and you get free throws. But 34 and 38 free throws in 2 games for the Miami Heat, that won't fly tonight. If you put them on the free throw line more than 30 times, you're asking for trouble. So got to be ready to go toe-to-toe, but there's going to be a whole lot of juice flowing through this building tonight, especially early on. We'll see how the officials sort of gauge it. Sometimes if it's a little too much energy and everybody's a little too fired up, then maybe you might hear some quick whistles early on. You just don't want it to be a march to the free throw line the whole night, and you certainly don't want any of your principals, mainly your bigs, in any sort of foul trouble against this team. Wendell, for instance, needs to be careful. He can't pick up his third personal before halftime tonight, for instance, against a guy like Bam Adebayo, and I know that'll be part of the game plan. They're going to want to pound it inside and try to get Wendell and Goga in foul trouble and sort of start from there. That's a classic kind of Miami Heat characteristic. So you got to match the physicality, but you can't go overboard. What do Jalen's minutes look like? We don't know if he'll be in the starting lineup just yet. I do think he'll be on a minutes restriction. We know he will be. I don't know exactly what that figure looks like. But can he temper his excitement a little bit? Look, 3 of Jalen Suggs' 4 NBA seasons have been cut short due to injuries. Some of those are kind of freakish. Some of those, and Jalen has talked about it this offseason a little bit, at times you want Jalen to protect himself a little bit more. You don't want him to turn off what makes him Jalen, but there are certain loose balls that maybe you don't need to dive headfirst out of the floor for. Again, you want him to just scale it back a little bit without losing what makes Jalen special, which is picking you up 94 feet, which is hitting the floor for loose balls, and he's sort of the head of that snake as far as the Magic's defensive identity goes. But there's going to be a lot of energy tonight. Jalen, I don't know what he thought was going, like how this was going to shake out as of about a week ago. He wasn't practicing, and he wasn't going through full contact stuff a week ago. So it's been kind of a late development. He started to feel better. They got him out there, and he responded well. And now here he is, ready to go here on opening night. But can he protect himself a little bit better? What kind of an impact does he make? And certainly on opening night, the Miami Heat I think Jalen would have he would have needed to be. As soon as he started feeling better, I think there was there really wasn't a shot that he wasn't going to play. I think if he was cleared and if he felt like he could help the team instead of hurting the team, he was going to be out there on opening night. That's just the type of cat he is. And when you see the Miami Heat across from you, you just get a little bit of extra juice, as if we need it here on opening night. Jake Chapman here with you. I'm up on the radio deck. Those are my two keys. I got one final one here, and that is turnovers and pace. We talked the whole preseason about pushing pace. That's not just off of misses, getting out and going, and that's not just fast break points trying to be the Showtime Lakers. That's doing everything quicker. It's getting the ball across midcourt and getting into your sets quicker. That's hitting your screens and relocating quicker. That's just doing everything a little bit faster. The downside to that can be, at times, turnovers, and especially against a team like the Miami Heat who's going to throw, we call them change-ups. They'll throw a zone at you one possession. They'll pick you up 94 feet the next possession. Eric Spoelstra likes to keep offenses guessing, and he's probably the best in the game at doing that, and he makes sure that he brings in personnel who can carry out that game plan. So I think no matter what, you want to make sure you have an eye on turnovers tonight, dealing with their physicality, dealing with them crawling into the ball. But you want to go fast, but you don't want to hurry, right? Like, that's an old John Wooden maxim. The Magic are going to try to be a faster team. They're going to try to get early offense going. They're going to try to push pace off makes or misses, just kind of probe a little bit. And they're going to try to get open looks from the perimeter, again, before Bam Adebayo and Khalil Ware, and that Heat defense is back and set. Can you do that without sacrificing taking care of the basketball? In the preseason, again, it's the preseason. There's always turnovers. But you had some turnover issues, 18 and 19 in 2 games in the preseason. That's got to be a little bit better tonight. You can't be, up over 15 turnovers unless you're scoring a whole lot of points. So you're going to want to push pace, but you got to be smart about it, especially against this Miami team. Last thing before I go, my low-key key of tonight's game is going to be the bench. What does having Jalen Suggs back mean? Well, what it means is everybody else's roles get adjusted a little bit. Whether Jalen's coming off the bench or in the starting lineup, it means Tyus Jones isn't going to have to start tonight and play starters minutes. And it means that Anthony Black is going to have Tyus Jones and or Desmond Bane or both of them playing alongside within that second unit. I think having your full complement of players, Jalen Suggs back, Tyus Jones as your backup point guard, Anthony Black as your secondary playmaker within the second unit. That takes a lot of pressure off of everybody. AB is a fill-in-the-cracks guy. Yes, when he's at his best, he's attacking the basket, he's creating for his teammates, but I want AB to be able to do a little bit of everything. And I don't want him to feel undue pressure, the ball in his hands, trying to create and be a point guard within the second unit. Let that stuff come to you naturally because he's so good and he's so instinctual that I think if he just goes out and plays, they're going to get the best version of Anthony Black. So I think having your full complement of guys, not only does it feel good, finally it's an opening night, and we're waiting on just one guy to be back, and that's Mo Wagner, and it'll be a few months probably before we see Mo. But we're not starting the season with will he, won't he, this guy's got a nagging injury. Miami is. They're questioning whether or not Khalil Ware will play tonight. But to have your full complement of guys, it just means that Jeff Weltman's best laid plans in the offseason, we can see them as we start the season here tonight on opening night. And that means Jalen Suggs working with the starting lineup. Whether or not he is in the starting lineup still remains to be seen. But that means Jalen being Jalen, Tyus being your backup point guard, and Anthony Black being able to sort of fill in the cracks within the second unit. I think that's a big key. So keep an eye on the bench tonight. Miami Heat are very comfortable with their second unit as well. They feel like the depth is a real strength of their team this year. But I think with Jalen back, it means that the second unit has some real pop to it. And then, of course, we know Franz or Paolo or Desmond probably usually going to be on the floor with the second unit as well. But really anxious to see the Magic sort of flex their muscle tonight as far as their depth goes. You're talking about, when you get sort of on down the list, you're talking about guys like Jonathan Isaac, guys like Jet Howard. There are guys there who have some real practical experience that might be fighting for minutes when all is said and done. So Tristan Da Silva, for instance. So Coach Mosley's got a lot of options at his disposal, and he's probably going to go through a whole lot of them tonight against the Miami Heat because it never fails. Miami comes in, you've got this beautiful game plan laid out, and then it turns into a whole bunch of fouls. There's probably going to be a whole bunch of turnovers, maybe foul trouble that you have to deal with. So best laid plans to be sure, but Eric Spoelstra's one of the best in the world at screwing up your offensive game plan. So we'll have to keep an eye on that tonight. Look, I'm very, very excited for this game tonight. I have a feeling we're in for something special. I don't know. Maybe it's just all of the positive Magic vibes within this building here, but this team, it feels like they're poised to kind of hit the ground running, and they've been waiting to hit somebody not wearing a Magic jersey, and they've been waiting to go out and play some meaningful basketball. Preseason is great, but the preseason's a warm-up. Tonight, this is for real, and the Miami Heat in the house, whew, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. We're going to send it back down to the floor. Jake Chapman here with you once again. Lock us in, 96.9 The Game here in Central Florida. If you're listening on the radio, the Orlando Magic or iHeart apps, if you're within 75 miles of downtown Orlando, and then anywhere in the world, you can always listen to us on the NBA League Audio Pass. It's like $10 for the entire season, or on Sirius XM as well. And make sure you follow me on on Twitter as well, at Jake Chapman OM. That's going to do it for us. We'll send it back down to the floor. Go Magic.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Is it Hard Rock Bet or Bets? Oh, mic check, mic check. Still mic checking with you. I'm Welcome to Courtside Countdown presented by Hard Rock Bet. I'm your host, Kendra Douglas. You guys, we are so back, so back. I'm so excited to be with you guys. Happy New Year, happy game day, happy all of the things. How are you feeling? As you guys know, Magic Live was going on since 5 o'clock. It was a great opportunity for you guys to interact with, all of our Marley and Jake and everybody to get ready for this upcoming game. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I want to say, first off, thank you to you, the fans, for joining us, because as you just heard, we are presented by Hard Rock Bet. Don't ask me to do your bets. I have no idea. I'm not great at that. But what it means is that you, the fans, loved what we're doing. The hard work of everyone behind the scenes all comes down to this moment for Courtside Countdown. So I just want to say thank you guys for locking in and being a part of this. As you know, make sure you guys are following us on all social media platforms. So we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Twitch or X, we got YouTube, we got them all. We got everything. We got Bo Outlaw in the building as well. I know. Bo, first off, I just saw Bo already today. How are you feeling?
How you doing? I'm good. How y'all ready for the season to start?
I'm ready for the season to start. Are you?
Yeah. I need to know, are you guys ready? Because we ready up in here, so we got to make sure you guys are locked in for this season because the excitement is here. That's what you want for the beginning of the season.
It is. The excitement is here. I mean, I'm pumped. All the new additions. I mean, first off, though, for those who aren't here, the arena. This is a beautiful arena, and I think Bo's going to be sitting down to join us real quick. Take a seat.
This is what I do.
I do.
Pop in.
Yes.
Pop out and show up.
But the arena, how are you feeling about it? We got new boards, new sound system, new everything, the shirts. I mean, it feels new in here.
It's kind of like when you were remodeling your house.
Yeah.
You add one or two things, but the house looks totally different. We added a scoreboard and some new signage, and my mic don't work.
Or you got to put it up to you.
I don't never put the mic up to my
I know.
But no.
I think it still doesn't work.
Okay, it doesn't work. So it's just new signage, and it's amazing to see all this the brightness, and that thing up there is amazing. Like you don't have to look straight up. You can look inside, outside, and go around. It's pretty cool. So if you haven't been here to see it in preseason, make sure you get it for the regular season. But if not, FanDuel, that works well at home.
Oh, yeah. Don't you worry. Tonight's game will be on FanDuel Sports Network, your home for the Orlando Magic. Remember this face. We already know Bo Outlaw, but he'll be on the road with us as well. I want to give you a little teaser. We won't tell you what game. Hopefully you can guess what game. But anyway, thank you, Bo, for joining us.
Say what's up to our fans. You know how y'all doing. Welcome back. 2026 is here.
Yes, I love it. Oh, we love when Bo Outlaw comes and joins us. Who knows who else will come and join us. But before we get things going, I want us to go back a little bit and take a look at what this Magic team was able to do this summer. So listen in so that way we can, refresh your memory a little bit about everything the Magic were able to do this summer.
This summer, the Magic raised the stakes in Orlando after another first-round exit. The front office showed they believe this young team is ready to make a leap, and they backed it up with bold deals. First, on June 15th, a blockbuster trade for guard Desmond Bane from the Memphis Grizzlies. Orlando sent out veterans Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Cole Anthony 4 first-round picks, plus a pick swap to bring in Bane.
Really want to get to a championship and start that legacy and build something special here. And I think all those guys have the same mentality.
Meanwhile, the organization locked in their long-term future. In July, Paolo Banchero signed a 5-year rookie max extension. With Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs already under contract, Orlando doubled down on their core.
It's a young group, and I think that they have to process all that stuff together. I think our coaches have done an amazing job messaging that we haven't earned anything, we haven't done anything yet. I think our players know that. They know that everything that they get has to be earned, and I think that the addition of our 2 veterans this year will only help kind of spread that message.
The front office didn't stop there. Later that month, Orlando added guard Tyus Jones in free agency, adding another vet to bring his mentorship to this young core. On draft night, the Magic selected Michigan State guard Jace Richardson with the 25th overall pick in the first round. In the second round, Orlando acquired the draft rights to forward Noah Penda out of France. two young pieces who fit with the Magic's growing core. With new talent added and their young core secured, the Magic look ready to take the next step.
All right, welcome back. Hopefully you guys were able to enjoy that memory a walk down memory lane as we got you ready for the summer. I'm joined by Wesh's Kristen Lago. Kristen, thank you for joining me. And for you guys out there who's watching, Kristen will be a guest on our show every once in a while, so I'm excited. So make sure you guys familiarize yourself with Kristen. She works for Wesh. She's a sports reporter for Wesh and a sports anchor for Wesh as well. So make sure you guys familiarize yourself with her, especially since you will be around and you love covering the Magic. But now that you are inside the Kia Center for opening night, I mean, how does it feel? What are you looking forward to the most going into this season?
I think you were saying it best, right? It feels different this year. It feels exciting. I love the whiteout all around the arena. For anybody that's not here and is tuning in from home, I mean, it just looks so cool. But then also just like we've been covering the team now for some time, for the last 2 years, seeing the kingdom being built. And I think this year to see that kingdom come to life is going to be super exciting with the new acquisitions.
Yeah.
Everyone healthy, to see Jalen back on the floor. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun.
You know, I want to get to that. So one thing that, we love to do on this show is talk with fans all the time and get to know.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, talk with all of our fans. And all the fans have been asking, what's going on with Jalen Suggs? I've been seeing it. I've been seeing what you guys are saying. So, yes, Jalen Suggs will be available for tonight's game. In what capacity? That is up for head coach Jamal Mosley to give us. So it'll really be about how he's doing, how he's feeling, and what's going on. You want to ease back into this because, as we know, this is just, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It is a marathon.
Yep.
Yeah. But it is really good to see Jalen Suggs back in the mix and be back here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the heart and soul of this team. What do they always call him? The head of the snake on defense. And just the energy he brings. Aside from the playmaking, you take that out of it, the energy, the attitude, the personality. I'm excited to see that back on the floor.
No, I'm excited too. I want to ask you about the rebrand as well. What have you liked about just kind of the new look for the Orlando Magic?
You know, it's funny because I'm come from LA, so I didn't pay too much attention to the Magic back in the vintage days, but I know I love that like throwback to the vintage days, the Shaq, the Penny, the T-Mac, so I love to see that. And then I'm excited to see everybody sort of rocking the new era Magic gear. I think it's really cool, but with vintage side, so I love the swag of that.
No, I'm super pumped. I think it looks good. Everything, the biggest thing that I think we can say is that Magic fans, we listened to you.
Yeah,
they listened. They listened to you. They wanted to give you something you guys would love. We love this new energy, this new feel I feel like it gives us. So I'm super excited for what's to come with this Orlando Magic organization. And, there's so many fun things.
Oh my gosh, yes.
To be
you should be
excited
so excited for this season. And it's only game 1, so we've got a long, long time ahead of us.
Yeah, we sure do. Kristen, thank you for joining me. And don't forget, guys, Wesh 2 sports reporter Kristen Lago will be a guest on our show every once in a while, so be on the lookout for that. But let's check in with some of the sound that we got today from Shoot Around.
Excited, but knowing they're prepared. I think, us already playing Miami twice in the preseason gives you a clue of what we're going to see, what we're going to face. But these guys are excited to be in front of our home fans, in front of that crowd. It's a great energy that these guys have right now.
Really excited. Opening night's always exciting just to get out there in front of the fans and just get the games going. First one to 82, so just looking forward to getting out there with the guys and having some fun.
I don't think I've sat with it too much yet. I've really just been excited to get to 7 o'clock. But just going through shoot-around this morning, watching the film intently, knowing that I'm going to use these things tonight to come out, and put them into action, it feels great, honestly. I'm sure in my reflection I'll feel some emotion, both happy and emotional. But this is just such a special moment, not only for me, but everyone who's poured in. This was not just my journey, whether from Ryan back up in Chicago to L'Oreal here doing all the soft body, to everyone on the medical staff, Arnie, Samil. It's been a full group effort getting here, so I hope everybody gets to enjoy, that celebration, and I get to help put out a good product tonight.
All right, you just heard from some of the guys getting ready for today's game. I'm excited to be able to be a part of this organization, and I think we're also excited because the one and the only Dan Savage is back in the mix. Dan, wait, let's do a cheers. We're back, Dan. We're back.
I know. This is the only thing that's better than our coffee club
I
on
know.
the road is
Yes.
this show right here. So it's exciting to do it. And what an exciting night to be in Orlando.
Yeah, it is. Desmond Bain just hit the court. He's finishing. Tyus Jones is on the court, too. So, our new guys are on the court as they get ready for this upcoming game, rocking new Magic uniforms, the energy, everything about it. Of course, we're going to get into this game, but I want to get your first impressions over this preseason. The Magic were able to win all of their preseason games, all four of their, well, they were 4-0 in the preseason. The last time they did that was 2010-2011 season. What do you think that says just about the team's depth? Because as we know, you did see some of the starters go, but some of the starters didn't play. But this was an opportunity to give the young guys and to show the depth of the team. So what do you think that says about the Magic's depth?
No, I think that's an excellent point, Kendra. You have a lineup now where Jamal Mosley has to make tough decisions.
Yeah.
And there are guys that, based off matchups, may play one night, may play not play another night. And you have rookies now in like Jace Richardson, Noah Penda, who had great rookie campaigns, have made a tremendous impression, and they're going to have to claw their way into the lineup. So it just speaks to the job that Jeff Weltman, Anthony Parker, their staffs have done to build such a deep roster. Because as we learned last season, there will be moments where you'll be tested throughout a long regular season campaign. And I believe that this Magic team, as shown in the preseason, has the depth to withstand that.
I want to say Duval T87 says, welcome back, Dan.
Duval.
Duval. Yes, continue to please talk to us in the chat. What are you guys looking forward to about this upcoming game tonight? What are you guys looking forward to in the upcoming season? I want to chat with you guys about it as we get ready for tonight's game.
The list is long.
The list is long. We can totally talk about some things. The next biggest thing I think that we're seeing with this team is the new guys.
Oh, yeah.
You bring them in, you bring Desmond Bain in, you bring Tyus Jones in. You kind of already just talked about the rookies a little bit. When you look at what those guys are going to be able to do for this Orlando Magic offense, what do you like about it? Because we know that the defense is going to stay strong. That's one thing that Coach Mosley will not let up on is that defense. So what do you like about what they can do offensively with this group?
Look, I'm going to look into the camera for this one. I'm going to tell Magic fans this.
Okay.
What they've seen from Desmond Bain and Tyus Jones in the preseason just scratch the surface of what those two guys can do, especially Desmond Bain.
Yeah.
And the value of them was really evident throughout training camp, the lead into training camp, because they're just coaching up these young guys. So the effect that they're going to have on an Anthony Black, a Jace Richardson.
Yeah.
Now that he's back in the fold and not done with his Eurobasket opportunities, a Tristan Da Silva. Those guys' value is immense, and they're dogs on the court. Desmond Bain gets after it, very vocal. So they're going to have an impact both in the locker room, both with the development of the guys, and as a third thing, even more than both, with what they do on and off the court. So real great additions by Jeff Weltman and his staff.
Before we start talking about the Miami Heat, some of the things that I've been getting comments from, I want to see Jalen and Jace on the court together. Do you think that's something we could see this season?
Yeah, absolutely. The one good part about both those guys is they're effective with and without the ball.
Yeah.
So they present the versatility of doing that together. Jalen is capable of defending up. As we know, he'll take on any challenge. So I think you could see that happen later in the year. I don't think it'll be something that'll happen right off the bat, but as the season goes on, I could see that for sure.
One thing that I really like being said by Sean is I'm also excited to see the uptick in pace of play. Yes. We both said that. Yes. That is something that Coach Mosley is working hard with this team on, because as we both know, when you get into those long, grueling games, when you get to that hump over the season to make it into playoffs, you want to be willing to play and withstand and be able to last longer in the playoffs. One thing I thought was interesting was during the preseason, he said, it's average. But I think he knows what this team is capable of doing. I think he knows that they are able to push it. So I agree with that. I cannot wait to see the uptick of pace too.
No question. The Magic played at one of the higher paces in the NBA throughout the preseason. We'll see if that keeps up in the regular season.
Yeah.
I know their head coach wants it to. The thing you have to be careful of is playing faster can lead to turnovers, and the Magic like to play a possession game. So they're going to have to be careful, and a team like the Heat is going to test that. So we'll get a really good test early on of how the Magic can play fast against high-quality defense, because that's what they need to present.
Yeah, we were just able to watch Paolo Banchero on the court as well, someone who we're expecting to have a really good game going into tonight. I'm pumped for him. But I want to talk about this Miami Heat squad. They've added some newcomers as well.
Yes.
Norman Powell, that's one of the newcomers that we've seen. A guy that we saw in LA. Yeah. And coming from the Clippers, he came in July. He's expected to play a significant role this season with this team, bringing in that scoring punch that they're looking for. What I thought was interesting was we saw what he could do when he was with the Clippers against the Magic. What do you think his ability is to be able to perform with this Miami Heat squad?
No, that's an excellent question, because I think there are a lot of Heat fans that think he's just going to come in right away and fill in Tyler Hero's role while he's out.
Yeah.
But they're two actually very different players, although both effective shooting the long ball and playing in the mid-range. And I think the difference about Norm is he doesn't have to rely on pick and rolls. He could do a lot of things off ball. They can find him in movement, and he's willing both to shoot the three. He's an over 40% three-point shooter, or attack the rack. So he's a guy that the Magic are going to have to be focused in on all night, because the Heat have changed up their offense a little bit to do things that accentuate his skill set.
Yeah, I think also, because of that addition, I think the Miami Heat is a team where you can't, just because of certain injuries, and just because of certain things that have happened, you can't look down at them.
Oh, no.
Eric Spoelstra is a great coach.
Absolutely.
Also, congratulations to him being named the head coach for that USA team, which I'm sure there are guys on here who want to be a part of that. Can you talk a little bit about just the kind of coach he is and what he brings to the table?
No, he's a head coach that's going to throw a lot at you, and he's going to test your offense by switching in and out of zone, man coverage, showing different defensive looks, not only quarter to quarter, but possession to possession.
Yeah.
So he really can challenge an offense. And for a Magic team that's playing different, trying to fit in new pieces, you'll have Jalen Suggs back. He hasn't played in game action yet. That's going to be a big test. And you look at the defenders up and down their roster. You got Bam Adebayo, Andrew Wiggins, a point guard like Davion Mitchell, who's such a good point of attack defender. They've got a lot of guys that could turn you over and test you. And then while their depth isn't the best right now, they have a lot of guys that play hard, because as we know, that's a staple of an Eric Spoelstra coach team. Play hard, work your way up into the rotation.
You mentioned a guy just now, Bam Adebayo. I want to get into him. I thought this was interesting. Did you know that him and Eric have been together for like 9 years? Like they're and he's one, I believe. I was looking. He's one of 3 players in the league who is entering his 9th season with the same head coach. You want to look at the matchup with Bam Adebayo, of course, going into this game as well. What do you notice about the way he's been able to stay consistent and be able to continue to help out this Miami squad?
Now, the thing about Bam is he is so versatile defensively. He allows them to play different ways.
Yeah.
And he is sort of the linchpin to that defensive system that Eric Spoelstra runs, which can be complex at times. The other thing about his offensive game is it's continued to expand. He's continued to work on his range and find ways to be effective within that system. So he's a guy you're going to have to be glued into and locked in where he is on the floor on both ends.
Yeah. On the other side, though, Wendell Carter Jr. He is someone I want you guys to all take note of, because I am excited to see what he is going to do this season. Last season, looking at his numbers, I don't even want to go there when it comes to points, but rebound-wise and defensive rebounds, he was averaging pretty well. So going into this season and going and helping this Magic squad, what are you looking for from him going into this year?
You know, Kendra, when we get to watch training camp and the lead into the preseason, you're always looking that first day of who's going to catch your eye, who's going to add things to your game. And Wendell, right off the bat, I was like, there's a different energy about Wendell Carter Jr. this season. He had a great playoff series against the Celtics, and I think that was the catapult into the offseason. We've seen in past offseasons and summers, he's had to work on rehab. Healthy offseason for him. It allowed him to work and expand on his game. I think he's going to have a tremendous season. I'm super high on Wendell Carter Jr. I'm buying all the Wendell stock I can, because I really think his game is going to help unlock aspects of Paolo, Franz, Desmond. One of the first things Desmond Bain said when he got here was, Wendell Carter Jr. impressed him. The
Yeah.
things he does don't always show up in the stat sheet, but this preseason they did, in addition to the little things he does, and I think he can be the X factor that pushes this Magic team into a different tier.
I'm going to take a look at all the comments. Just got asked, do you guys see comments? Yes, we do see your comments. TikTok is a little interesting because they also can give you GIFs. So your comments might be like blurbed in. I am getting to as many comments as I'm trying to.
I want to know what gifts we got.
I know. What gifts do you guys want to give us today? Of course, going on TikTok, you see things like Wendell, P5, Franz, Bane, Suggs. Those are all the guys that they are excited to see, and we're excited to see as well. When I go back to YouTube, though, and get to some of your comments and questions, I was looking at, I found one, and I totally lost it.
You got caught up in the
I
gifts.
did.
don't
I
blame
got
you.
caught up in the gifts, but hey, I love it. I love it. Okay, if Wendell continues his preseason form, he will have finally met his early expectations. Do you think these guys are a little too hard on themselves when it comes to early expectations, or do you think that setting the tone, that could help set the tone for how they want to go about this year?
Well, you look at a guy like Wendell, who is a high-end lottery pick for a team like Chicago.
Yeah.
Came in, and not only is that difficult, we've seen players have a tougher time developing in that system. Lauri Markkanen, for example, excelled after he was traded from Chicago. For Wendell, I think, it's a confidence blow when you get traded. It puts a chip on your shoulder to a degree, but it's something you have to work through. And I think on top of that, he's had to work through that. He's had to work through injuries, heading into some of his best seasons, looking great, dealt with a hand injury, etc. And he had none of those setbacks. And I think he's maturing in the league. He's finding his place with his team. He knows where he fits with this group of guys.
1000%.
And so I think all of that's a learning process. I think sometimes we can expect things to happen too fast. I think with Wendell, it's happened naturally. And I just think he's in a great place, both physically and mentally, to have an excellent season this year.
Yeah, looking at the comments, I mean, we have a healthy Dell is a dangerous one.
I like that.
Wendell is getting a double-double tonight. I'd bank on that one too. I also saw someone say Wendell's just dangerous in general. I lost that, but I love the comments. Please keep the comments coming because this pregame show is for you. As you guys know, we are on all of our social media platforms. The game tonight is at 7 p.m. and that will be on FanDuel Sports Network, your home for the Orlando Magic. But thank you for continuing to kick it with us and stay with us and join us with all this. So let's get into some more stuff. And I also saw some comments about Tyus. I saw one that said, Tyus always plays well in Orlando. So he's here for good. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Looking into Tyus and what he's able to bring to this team, yes, the veteran experience too, but how do you see that maturity really help out with a squad? I hate that we keep saying young, but they are. They are
Very
still young.
Yes.
So how do you see his maturity adding to this team?
I think the one thing that Tyus brings that this Magic team didn't have on its roster before is a true floor general.
Okay.
A guy who sees the floor, knows how to get guys in position, and then creates assists without turnovers. And if you talk about a Magic team that's trying to play fast, he'll do a great job of setting players up, pushing the pace without coughing up the rock. He's been among the NBA's turnover to assist ratio leaders for the last number of years. He doesn't want to talk about that too much because he thinks it'll jinx himself.
Yes.
So try not to mention that, but that's an area where he is very effective. And I think on top of that, when you talk about young point guards trying to come up, you look at an Anthony Black who's trying to find himself as a point guard. You're looking at Jalen Suggs who's trying to enhance his game in that regard.
Yeah.
Tyus Jones is a tremendous guy to teach them that aspect of the game. How to know when Wendell needs a touch, how to know when Desmond needs to get going from three, how to know when Paolo needs to post up. Those are things that come naturally to him, and I think that's going to show to Magic fans over the course of the season.
I agree with you on that. I want to get to a comment. T4 said, big hug all the way from Portugal to you and me, Dan. He said, going to be late. I know, right? Going to be a late night sleep for me today, but beyond excited to see Suggs back on the court. Only Mo left. So that brings me to one of our guys on TikTok keeps asking us, Who's not going to play tonight? All I got for you, Mo Wagner.
Let's keep that injury report as short as possible.
Yes, exactly.
I like that.
That's all we got, and let's keep it that way. He also asked us, since we are Magic fans, thoughts on his Cavs. What I'll say to that, stay tuned. Continue to watch our Courtside Countdown, and maybe we'll talk about the Cavs because we got to play them eventually. So stay tuned for that one. I want to get, before we leave, I want to talk about the upcoming schedule because it is a feisty one.
We're going to have a number of Courtside Countdowns here early.
I know, we are. You know, the team, Magic fans, you'll be having the opportunity to come see 2 home games before the Magic get on the road. One against Atlanta, which then they will end their road trip against Atlanta. So I think that's actually going to be interesting because seeing that team early twice, I think one, they've always been a thorn to our side.
No, and you look at it, the path to the postseason often starts with winning your division.
Yes.
And that's something the Magic have been able to do the last 2 years. And so it's only fitting that to start the season, they have 2 of their biggest Southeast Division rivals in the Miami Heat and Atlanta Hawks. So you're going to get a test of the teams in your division who are probably the 2 other best teams, where they stack up against them. So I think that's good for the Magic. And look, that Hawks team probably hasn't forgotten about last season, the Magic winning here in a play-in game, and how valuable those head-to-head matchups can be in terms of postseason positioning. So I think right out of the gate, that's going to be a big battle.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Sorry, I was also told, tell her to stop yelling. I'm sorry. I thought for a second I thought I wasn't being loud enough, but now I guess I'm being too loud. I'm just excited. I'm excited. We have a good game going on. I mean, it's the opening night.
Look,
it's a
whether
new year.
you're watching at home, commenting on YouTube, or you're in the stands,
yes,
you better not have a voice tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. So I hope I lose my voice, actually. But I love that. I love that. Yes, I think that's what I think I'm looking at the comments. I want to see if I can get to any more comments before we go. Of course, everyone's excited. Jalen Suggs is playing. That's so exciting. I think we all were so excited when we heard that today.
I mean, the one thing, look, Jalen said he's going to be a little bit crazy, but not too crazy. That will be a big test for me. That is one of the things I'm looking forward to that I don't have an answer for. Is how is Jalen Suggs going to harness that energy early in the game? I want to see it. You know, there's a few season ticket holders right in front of us that he's got a special bond with. That'll be firing him up. I don't know if he can harness all that juice and tone it down and bring it out at the right times. I have a feeling like he's going to come out with his hair on fire and just be forcing turnovers, going the other way, and getting this whole crowd fired up.
I better see everyone here and at home. I want to hear how excited you guys get when Jalen Suggs gets back on the court, because I am excited for him. But that will do it for us for Courtside Countdown, presented by Hard Rock Beck. I want to say thank you guys for joining us. Dan and I, we're back.
You know, and it's all that great support that has gotten us a sponsor like Hard Rock Bet.
Yes, so again,
who I spend too much time with at home.
So seriously, guys, thank you, the fans, and thank you to our staff behind the scenes for making this go, because seriously, it is all you guys we have a sponsor for this. That means we're doing good things. I'm so excited to be back with you all. I'm so pumped for the upcoming season. We will be right back here in just a couple of days, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, you can head over to FanDuel Sports Network to get ready for tonight's game, and head over and, go Magic.
Go Magic, and great Dante's moment going to be on there.
Yes.
Coach's clipboard, moment with JT. There's going to be so much. You're not going to want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. So we can't wait to see you guys and can't wait to meet you guys and continue to talk with us. But thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we will see you later.